a little bit more organized today since there's less molding. For some of you, that's good news. For some of you, that's bad news. But I genuinely good things to cover from both TL and T1. I think for me, I kind of picked one, which was T1 objective setup punish, which is probably going to be the main thing I'm going to go over, and then Vayne swaps. Just because I like the meme, the rhyme. Vayne swapping. Yeah, we're coining the term. It's excellent. So keep in mind again, the way that T1, like breaking it down in a little bit more detail, the way T1 are thinking about these swaps is we're not going to put Vayne into a situation where he can't get gold and he's going to get denied wave because he's on top side, right? We're not going to put him in that situation. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to split farm 3 ways, which everyone knows my opinion of this, but I think in this situation it makes some sense because Vayne just wants gold. The XP split I think is problematic for like the Varus rel lane specifically because you want support 6 and you like Varus 6 is obviously very good too. But then you have to account for the fact that like Yon Core will hit 6 faster. And there's like a play window off of this, which I don't think I looked for it, but I didn't necessarily see an angle where like TL actually used that. But in general, I thought like this is done for Vayne, right? This is like 100% done so that Vayne can get like a third of the plate gold, which is not much because plates are like 150 gold and you're splitting 3-way. But it's like something, right? This is less done for his XP and more done for his gold, but he does get some XP too. Like he gets level 2. If he gets level 3, he's like maybe okay to lane mid or something like this, right? I liked the way that Impact played this. I thought this was very well done. In general, like Impact's philosophy of I'm going to get XP even if I die for it was very good this series because I think that's how top laners should play, and I've said that multiple times. But he's just like hovering here and soaking XP, which is good. And then here he actually seeds like last hits in favor of canceling base. Because now TL have swapped back with advantage. They should get 4. And now like Guma's bot can't, like T1's bot can't base. TL will get this next wave coming in. Be at like level advantage, item advantage, and then Impact still has TP. And then Vayne pushes like super slow. You can kind of see it on the top wave. Vayne pushes super slow, so Impact will be able to TP back top no matter what. Again, like the problem also with with the way that T1 are playing these is you have to expend mid TP super early. Like watch, you can't see it here, but you see Faker TPing here. That's because they just swapped, they just crashed this wave, and T1 don't want to lose this wave to turret while Zeus is splitting gold. So Faker TPs super early. Like he doesn't even base. He just TPs. So you're basically punishing your mid matchup pretty severely for this because most mids will use first TP for base to get back to wave. Well, so if like, let's say APA TP like bases and TPs here, which it's very common like after a next wave for mid to base TP. Yeah. And Faker got a base him, but he loses this full wave, right? And yes, he cut the top wave, but someone should have been catching that top wave anyway. So that's like also an issue with it is you're punishing your mid matchup and you're splitting gold with and XP with your bot lane. So that's like an issue with how this is playing, but I also think legitimately with Vayne, you have to do something like this. Because Vayne matters a lot in your composition. I think Vayne is completely dog shit into Talia, but it is what it is. This is the main play I wanted to go over. So on this window, TL base, we don't get to see the full map setup anyway. TL base, Talia catches bot wave and pushes it out so that RA has to catch bot side, which means someone will have to show bot for T1 even though they have Baron control, and And the top wave is also in TL's favor. So off of that, you end up with the play clip that we have. So you can see wave states, like this is top, Vayne is going to catch this, bot wave is also pushed out. T1 are on this side, and TL, like in theory, should have positional advantage on Elder spawning in 1.5 minutes. Keep in mind also it's 120, so you have a lot of time to set up for this, right? Like you have plenty of time for Zayas to get this top wave, you have plenty of time for Faker to get the bot wave, but TL will just get like shallow vision first, right? So that's like kind of the game state we're in. And watch Unti on the minimap, because he's not going to show on screen. The observers didn't really watch him initially. He's looking for flank angle here, but notice also the sequence where he walks. This vision plant definitely would have caught them. Like you see the pings on them. So TL know that T1 have members in this jungle. So Umti and potentially wards. So Umti like walks this way. He walks to the left because he's trying to avoid the cluster wraith, which might be very hard to see on this minimap, especially since it's a recorded clip. But he walks left to avoid the cluster wraith. And in theory, if you're walking left here, you know that... Oh, sorry, I went way too far back in the clip. But you know that they have like wards on this pocket or this side. So if you're walking left to avoid the Callisto Wraith, like there's very high likelihood that you're going to show on a ward in this area, right? But he still goes for the D flank because T1 don't react at first, right? They don't react when he crosses the potential vision. They don't react until this moment. When he's already like deep in the jungle. So it's already screwed. Unfortunately, this Talia wall, also not great, but I get that he was trying to like block them off so that Umti could get out for free, but Umti ends up getting really low here. So now, what should have been TL's rotation to set up vision first, because Zeus would have to match top wave, ends up being a rotation where TL are like trying to contest vision without their jungler. Their jungler is going to farm camps to like basically rejuvenate HP. And their phase checks now are like impact core. So you can argue impact should have been here, but I feel like the result would have been kind of same. Like you get chunked. You can't get off of the zone. He tries to get one isolated. Now Elder is spawning, and you're forced out of the pit because your Lee Sin got chunked and had to back off, and now your primary engage is also chunked. So I think a lot of people watched this fight and were like, damn, T1 just like completely mechanically outplayed TL, but T1 just had like way better reaction to TL setup, and I think Umti going for this deep sort of flank was not necessary, because you will have someone show, like most likely someone will show on the top wave, and you can get this kind of setup for free, and if then you hold and you wait for like a T1 face check, because they have so many more squishy members than you do. So yeah, I think this was like really well done by T1, capitalizing on mistake, and like you can't play this game because your frontline can't engage after this happens. Like you still have Xante, right? And you still feel compelled to contest this because it's Elder Dragon. But yeah, it's a lot harder. So, I mean, this was, I think, like one of the more interesting clips in the game. As always, I will end on prediction for tomorrow. It's BLG G2, no, or not BLG2, BLG Genji. So BLG Genji tomorrow. Through and BLG. I think Genji and BLG have also both reacted to swaps better than most teams, and I think BLG generally speaking, have super good game plans. I think there's actually a decent chance that it's 3-2 because BLG on red side is the biggest atrocity known to mankind. I don't know what it is. Like, they just don't draft the same way. They often go like control mages to stall pushes, and it's just not good for them. So maybe it's 3-2, and BLG like loses 2 red side games. But I think BLG should win. Just a quick finish up. If you enjoy these on YouTube, please feel free to go to Twitch and subscribe to Twitch to see the full VODs. I only usually have like a few of the clips that I go over post MSI on the videos. So if you want to see the full breakdowns, then I would appreciate the subs. So feel free to do that. Helps me out. I will try to come up with better ways to support other than just Twitch subs. So I'll update you when that happens.